Nigerians have more money than black guys outside Nigeria. You know that.
It's just a talk rubbish. Now.
I'm
That
one. Nobody teaches you this growing up. But one day, your salary drops, bills pile up, and everyone around you suddenly needs money. Now, that's when financial boundaries stop being theory and start actually being practical. In this video, we'll be talking about setting financial boundaries. Who comes first when money is tight? Welcome to the 21 Minutes Podcast. You see, how was your weekend?
Man, thank you for asking, OJ. Honestly, I think you're the only one that asked me how my weekend was.
Before I asked you now, how about when we called earlier, I asked you how far.
Did you ask me? I actually forgot, honestly. If you did, I did forget about it. But I mean, Paddy, you just made me speechless now. But anyways,
Paddy, what's up with you now? How are you doing?
I'm good. As you can tell, I'm in a different location altogether.
I
family.
I can tell. So you travel with your podcast gear,
bro. The hustle never stops now, you
know. So we're talking about money today, and again, I know I've mentioned this thing in the past. You guys have kind of stopped sending me money. Is it that money is tight, or that you no longer like me as you used to like me before?
You're making money now. Are you supposed to send us money from Nigeria?
OJ, let me be honest with you. Most Nigerians have more money than black guys outside Nigeria. You know that.
It's just a talk rubbish.
That word.
I'm being honest. I think a lot of Nigerians are doing very well though back home. I think so. Not all. I don't know.
But okay. Let me pretend that we are still friends and you guys are still sending money. Or is it that money is tight? Our topic today is how to set financial boundaries and who comes first. Now, not when everything is enough, but when money is tight, because I think that's the real test of your person. But before we go into when money is tight, we first of all have to define what money is tight actually means. Is it zero savings in your account, or is it when you are in debt, or what? Or when you've not achieved your goals, or you've not hit your savings milestone? What is money is tight?
I think that would depend on. I think that would depend. That would depend. That would differ from the stage or the phase you're going through in life. Say for instance, if at any point in time, regardless of if you're married, single, whatever, if your goal is to buy a house and you're saving towards that, if someone comes to you for money for something trivial, like, I don't know, in that case, money is tight for you.
But you have a lot in your bank account.
But you have a lot in your bank account. So it depends on, like, life is all about seasons, right?
But the way you just repeated it, you have a lot in the bank account. Are you managing his finances already?
No, but you see, it's very subjective, but not exactly subjective. I forget. You see, complete what you are saying, I beg.
Yeah, I was saying, like, life happens in seasons, right? And like every season, it comes and goes. So it depends on the season that you're in life. You can have a lot of money in the bank, but finances will still be tight. And there are stages that you will not have a lot of money, but you feel like a baller.
I'm not sure. The second part of that stuff doesn't really work for me. If you are broke, you are broke. There were times in my life, like when I was in uni. If I had like 20K like this or more, I was feeling like the biggest man in the world.
I mean, it happened to all of us at uni.
Exactly.
You don't even care.
It's less about the value or the amount of money that you have access to, and more about what things are giving you joy in that moment.
That reminds me of something. Hold on, before you talk, do you know that there was a time, I think that was in our year 3 in Unizik, there was a time we used to go to the ATM to withdraw 500 naira and use it for maybe a day or so or two. Now, I remember. Yes.
500 naira. I can't remember that.
Before I'm saying remember.
You still one line now.
I don't remember.
Before you send me 2H. Say make I withdraw 1K. Give on the 2H.
So when I get my broadcast for this podcast, when I get my
so I remember I remember, I think during year 3, at year 3, Lucy was beginning to feel like a big boy. So he told me one day, OJ, say, OJ, I want to go withdraw money, but only 500 in my account. And I don't pass the withdraw 500 for ATM. And then send me 500, make it be 1,000, so I think withdraw for ATM. You see, that time.
I wasn't the one that said that. I forgot it. It's not me, OJ. That must be someone else. That can never be me, honestly.
So you see at that point, say no, they withdraw 500 for your account. Anyway, 500? Now 500 they withdraw, bro. But let's before we digress too much. You see, what does it mean for money to be tight? Like, what do you think that means? Money being tight.
Money is tight when everything is tight. I don't know how to define it. It is tight, it's tight, bro. It is tight. You know? You never like it's tight. But anyways, I agree with Paddy though, because I feel like everyone have different stages in life. And for example, everyone have different projects. Money can be tight based on individuals' projects. Like, for example, if I'm trying to build a house or I'm trying to buy a property, I might have money in my account, but that money has been designed or designated for something. Actually, for me, how I save is if I put money for something, I tell myself that's not my money anymore. So I might still have money in my account. However, I'm using the money for something. So the money is tight. So that's it. But yeah, for me, I would say money is tight based on how much I have on my spare account to give. But if I don't have a lot, I will tell you it's tight, because I might have money other places for other business, but that's actually not my money. That's already for something, unless in extreme difficult situations, like let's say, health signs that, someone that you love is passing through, you just have to go down there and get out something. But if a friend is asking you for just money, yeah, it's tight.
It also depends largely on who is asking, but I don't think we've gotten to who is asking yet. We're still discussing about the money.
That's very.
Again, that's the next place we're going to, because I think at the end of the day, money is tight. That is, there's no money. Actually, largely depends on the context. Okay.
Yeah. But what do you think, OJ? What's your own take? Because you don't say your money is long way. What do you think?
I tell you, OJ, because you don't want to accept that money is tight.
Don't insult me now. But wait, for me, at the end of the day, calm down. At the end of the day, I think it's about. I believe life is contextual. So there's a context to everything, so it's relative. So money is tight is not even a real thing. It is defined based on what is happening around you, the situations around you. And that is why I wanted to jump to the second thing I wanted to ask.
Say you have a savings. You have a savings of say $5,000 in your savings account, or for some of us in Nigeria, let's say you have $1 million, and then you have a friend, and then you have a family. You have a family member that needs maybe 800K from your 1M. You have a friend who has promised to pay you back, but he needs 500,000. And then you have a savings goal of 5 million naira, and you are 1 million naira short. So in total, you have 5 million naira. Okay, the savings goal. It's not like you have a project that you're doing.
Okay.
Your family needs 800.
The savings goal. What's the goal for the savings goal?
So the savings goal. This is hypothetically.
Yeah, let's paint the full picture. What's the goal?
The savings goal is you wanna purchase something later. Maybe start building a house, something like that. But you need to get to 5 million naira by the end of the month, and you are at that month. Otherwise, you would have not gotten your savings goal. What becomes the how do you say this? What would you do? Which is more important? Who comes first? A random family member. It's not your mother. It's not your dad.
Okay, so not like nuclear family. Not anyone.
Yes, not
like maybe extended family.
Extended family.
Not necessarily. Maybe it could be your brother.
Oh, sibling. Okay.
So nuclear family.
No, it has within your nuclear family, but it's not something that's an emergency, but it's something that's really important to them. The reason I started with this low ball is because when I want to bring us back to the definition of money is tight, you see that even if you did not have you have a goal, you have a 5 million naira goal, and you have that one. Let's even say you don't have 1 million and you're almost near your goal. and then your brother asks you for money, I think that even if, like, you will go and dip your hands into that your savings, your entire savings goes to just go up the window, right? Like, basically, that's kind of the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
So money is tight would mean that the person who is involved really matters. But what if it is a friend who is in a dire situation, life-threatening, life-challenging, and you need to meet a certain goal? You want to build a house, when does it become guilt? Like,
See, I feel like you're looking for like a black and white answer. But
there
this
is no
whole
black and white. There's no black and white.
there's none, exactly. There's none. It's like there's so many variables that's at play here. So many different things. You said the friend is asking for money is life and death. There is that, but the question is whose life and death? Because I've seen people sending pictures of people. I think in a previous episode, before we talked about a friend that sent a picture of someone in the hospital.
Man. OJ, if I
It's
tell you
funny.
the amount of stories I've seen from random people I don't know on Facebook, you just send me random picture. Maybe my name is Thomas, my name is Timothy, my brother had an accident. I'm like, I don't even know you, you know. So I actually understand where party's coming from.
So basically, life and death actually is not life and death. It depends on the person.
So it
Which
depends on
I
the
mean,
individual.
that's
Yes.
what I'm saying. It's
which
very
makes
nuanced, right?
which makes a lot of sense. Okay, but okay, all right. Scenario number 2, because see, these are scenarios that people go through every day. Like, our viewers go through these things every day. So this
Yeah.
is easy. Now, what about the family member who has refused to make something out of, let me not say make something out of his life, but who continues to need help, who you continue to support day after day, night after night? When do you eventually become tired? Is it your responsibility to continue to fund a close family member's life? Like, when does it especially when does it become a problem, especially when money is not as big as it is? You say, I want Tuche to start.
Oh, why not? Wow.
Start
Why
now. I
me?
know you're
Anyway.
one of the kinder ones that I know.
Oh,
Shots fired.
anyway.
But that's okay.
don't,
I am
don't
the
mind him.
approvers.
Don't mind him at all. But anyways, okay, I understand where you're coming from, and for me, I do have family members, internal and external family members that that things can be a little bit difficult for. So how I handle it is I don't mind helping the immediate need. But if you are my close family member, I like to speak to you. I like to know what you're doing. I like to know, I believe helping a family member set up something that they are doing is the best way to solve this problem. I believe in solving problems, not just giving money constantly, because the person will keep coming back. So I always like to find out, okay, I understand this is a problem you have now. I will solve it for you. But what are you doing? Like, do you have any business in mind? Or do you have anything you're doing that I feel like I can support you with in the best way I can? Because honestly speaking, if you don't find a way to support them in their business, they would always keep coming. And as you as a human being, you will get tired. Me, say, if I need money, I need money as
You,
well. What am I going to ask?
you,
So,
you are
the way I handle, sorry?
Yeah, I just wanted to interject so you continue. You're assuming that this family member will make use of the money you're giving them. What if they
Responsibly.
just squander it? They are irresponsible. We
Bro,
So
have
what I'm
people that
I
are
was thinking the
irresponsible.
same. Maybe that's why I'm
So
not
what I'm
kind,
saying,
but
is this, I will, for me, honestly, OJ, if I give you money, if you tell me you have a business you're running and things are tight with you, and I speak to you, like, my family were very, very close. And I'm not going to mention names, but there's someone in my family that has struggled with the business. And even if I cannot afford a lot, I speak to my brothers, we come together, we figure out what we can do, and then we give the person money to buy more products for his business. And honestly, in my head, it's left for you to prove us wrong. We
How
can't
long
be
How long have you
um
guys together to do this same thing?
to be fair, I have supported him individually like 3 times, and then I one day I called him. I'm like, I need to know what's going on, and he told me 1 or 2 things that is happening to his business, and I spoke to my brother, and we came together and helped him. However, if it becomes consistent, then I will feel that, okay, what we're doing, I don't think it's working out for you. Because I believe in helping someone, you know, to meet up his goals is best than giving them money monthly. And at
So
some point,
uh,
sorry,
as,
at
as
some
some
point it gets draining because honestly, I'm a human being. I have my own life goals, my own choices, my own bills. I cannot be sending every single day unless it's my immediate family, like my nuclear family, my mom, all of like my sisters. No, I don't care. I mean, whatever I can do for them, I will do. But when it is an extended family, I would like to help them in their goal, like to help them achieve their goals, so that we all can always have something doing for ourselves and be happy as a family. That's how I solve this problem with it.
Paddy. Okay, so you see, I get. Let me hear from Paddy. Paddy, how far? Not to me, sir.
You see, I've said everything that I had in mind. I agree with everything, but the assumption that you called out at the beginning is what I was to refer back to. UFO is assuming that there's a track record of proven success. Well,
Exactly, like it
if
is
there's a track record
straightforward.
of lack of responsibility, then it's an obvious no. Or at this point in time, no. Maybe in the future, after I've bought my land, then we'll talk.
I, are you
This your
sure?
last day of mine, Paddy.
No, that's the scenario now.
Yeah,
OGS
that's
saying
it.
we're trying to get
Yeah,
5 million to buy
So,
land.
Yeah.
you guys are thinking very okay.
No, like I'm saying in this particular scenario, if the person has a
Yeah.
track record of not being responsible with their
Uh,
finances or money in general, I'll tell them that things are tight for me now. Then I'll keep
no,
my focus on buying my property and
even-
Paddy, can
so,
I
so,
ask you a question as well,
so
if you don't
wait,
yeah,
mind?
go
OJ?
yeah.
Paddy,
wait.
what if? OJ, I hope you don't mind me asking. So,
Uh,
uh, what if will you give the person money? For example, let's say I am your cousin
Yeah.
that needs money, and you want to buy a land, and I'm telling you, bro, I need money for like something, maybe my teeth, stuff like that, and you think I'm irresponsible. You think I don't know how to manage funds. Will you give me something at the immediate time while while I figure out myself, and then if I come again, you say no, or will you just like ignore me to while away whatever what I have? How would you
Okay.
handle it? Yeah.
So this is you're my cousin, bro. Without any
Yeah.
context, right? I'll give you the money. Maybe
That's
I'll give you if you're saying that you need maybe 70K for a dentist appointment, I'll probably say like 50 or 30
why.
without any context because that is no context. But
is
if over the past you've come to me numerous times for money for random things, and I have this part of me that think that this money that you're asking me for, it might be you wanting to use the money and go and flex on the weekend. You're
Yeah.
telling me they want to go see dentist. Of course, I'll tell you things that are tight for me now. Or I would say, okay, go to the dentist. Let me pay them directly.
I get
okay.
it.
So we are. I think we are time. So I want to point out something because you see, this no shots fired here. You see, say you last born, right?
I don't know what you're saying. I cannot hear you. I can't really hear you right now. What
So
does my position in the family have to do
so
with it?
slow down. And
Okay.
Ike, you have one younger
Actually,
family.
it's not the last born. Okay, Paddy have a younger sister, right?
So
Yeah.
Paddy senior.
Paddy is the
Now,
middle. Okay.
you see those your elder brothers who are the first ones, the
Mhm.
first children. Your elder brother, elder sister are the first children. I think they usually have this sense of responsibility to help their younger ones. And you see this happening time and time again, where there is a younger brother or sister who will continue and constantly squander your money and waste your money. And then these ones continue to support them because, there's an Igbo adage, you cannot throw away your sibling.
How can
So,
you say Igbo adage in English? Our ancestors will be so disappointed in
I'll,
you.
So I don't even.
What the hell is wrong with you?
see how you- so there's
I'm
an Igbo
protecting them. Yeah.
adage. And you
Mhm.
cannot throw away
But you know what he's saying?
you cannot throw away your sibling. So it's actually a lot difficult for people to be objective when it comes to ending support, even if that person has a track record of wasting that money. I think at the end of the day, the most objective thing to say or to add to this is, because I'm the first and I have a lot of younger ones, and I do understand when they ask you for money and money is tight. You really do not know what they're doing with money. Sometimes my sister will call me up and be like, OJ, I need a certain amount of money. I do not ask, what do you need this money for? Even if it's the last card I have, I send, because she does have a track record of not completely wasting it. The keyword is completely. So it's, how do you then stop? Where do you draw the line if this person continues to waste it? That's the real question. And I want us to use maybe 3-4 minutes to tackle it. Where do you draw the line? This your tight brother or sister. Where do you actually draw the line? Ike.
I think this would be a good place to tell people to go watch part 2.
Okay, so thank you guys for watching up to now. This is 21 Minutes Podcast. We have a second series where we dive into the actual stuff that matters. When you have a sibling or a relative or a friend who you truly love and want to continue to help, but you are unable to differentiate when you are helping and when you are indulging. So stick and watch the next episode of 21 Minutes.